everyone, welcome to Ave Monster Science Series 2.0 Season 7 on Episode 131 of Summer Edition. This Summer Edition, we're going to have most of these trucks all part of the beach Hawaiian trucks from this summer season. For this summer season, we're going to have a tropical Paradise trucks. Most of them, not all of them, and most of them all part of this lineup of this Sino series from the real life. And now, we're going to announce our field trucks from the drivers and see who's from the real names from either you didn't sign up for to pick a truck or to sign up for one of a real names on there. Go ahead and do it in the comments down below. If you want to respond to it, go ahead. If you want to participate in this video and on this series, but anyway, now let's get straight down towards this video. And first up, representing from your flaming heart of the wrecking machine, it is your one-time champion and your sponsor, so Ingrid Fire Armatos. And representing the crazy boy, the Paul Walker, is your Beast 101's brother, Beast 102, and Altogo from Mix 40, representing from this driver of the sponsor of this truck, your World Sponsor Champion, and your awesome champion is Turbot in Wilkinson was the Trevor question. And representing from this mechanical beast of the Dino of your one-time champion Martin Collector Test 8, and Donald was from Mud Blasters. And representing your former one-time champ of the show, the reference of Crosser Camera Feature truck, confirmed as the Spin Master Diecast truck in the future. It is Martin Fanatic one-time champion and highest occasion Dirty Queen Color Changer. And representing from this show is a drown from this undead creature from underworld of the seas. It is Spin Master Marjam and Zombie Surf. And representing from this your two-time champion event stays leading the points lead in this season is your Mr. Simon T Scream. It is Margin Firestorm in Avenger Blue Wolf Force 10 for a House Husband Mattel. And representing from the second teammate of Team Scream on a CLC series, the reference of a Mayhem truck. It is of Teal Can Plays in Dodge Charger RT for a Tiny Toons series for a household truck Mattel. And representing from this, your former two-time champion, the third place on the title spot. It is Dan Panda in Magna Christ Cup. And representing from this struggle is your mysterious struggle in Axe from Mix 29 Double Truck for a last part of the teammate of Team Scream of E. CRC on a Cole Sassy. And representing from your Team John Monster first teammate of Beast 101's Tears Brother, Beast 101 in Jurassic Tech Monster Machines. Second teammate Team John Monster of your Super Social Champion. It is of our Time of Adventures in Bandana Monster Machines. And representing from your Nickelodeon from your kids' selves, it is your one-time champion Mega Mice and E in SpongeBob SquarePants by Household Truck Mattel. And representing your best friend of SpongeBob's friend in the sea of your current of your awesome champion double down, one-time champion Martin Fan 1 and Patrick for a Household Mattel, and a boring of a nonsense for the neighbors of Patrick and sponsors from their houses. It is of your current of your awesome champion of Martin Collector Racing and Squidward for a household Mattel. And representing from this division drivers is joining this science series, it is Chance Elf in Play 10 for a household Mattel to this driver to debut in this truck. And representing from this driver is this competitor of this season during this truck of Monster World in VW Drug Bus of a psychedelic for E Horror Truck Mattel. And representing for E this driver is your Super Bowl champion number down one-time champion. He is driving your division truck of Zelda Monsters in a division truck of First Master of a household truck Mattel. And representing from your drawing your one-time champion during the the dessert truck, it is Great Deal Chance 5 in Ice Cream Man, Zero Video, Colin Angel. And representing your 2-time champion in second place in the title spot, it is Mark Galloway in Hooked. And representing this mysterious driver in this truck, it is gonna be in Sosa Frozen Soap. And representing from this driver, it is the competitor of descending under the sea, the Buccaneers, the Pirate Crew. It is your one-time champion Marshall Wheels in Pirates Curse Water as Ornamentals. And this driver, first and last of this driver of this retirement truck from the past, it is Dallas Videos in Whiplash Earth. And last but not least of this driver in this retirement truck from the past, it is your former one-time champion of Matador Mac in Tropical Donut from Mix 13. And we'll start event. And here it comes out. First race in round number 1 is going to be Lucas Silverwater Champion Question. We'll be taking on the villain of the Nickelodeon Kids for the sponsor of the questions. It is Plankton fighting Hall Soldier Mattel. And one down. And Tosan is going to be Tropical Donut from Mix 13. We'll be taking on SpongeBob SquarePants fighting Hall Soldier Mattel. We're going to take our first race in E, round 1. And here they go. First race in round 1. Let's go. And it goes to your former villain of the Nickelodeon. It is Plankton fighting host Marshall Mattel. We're able to move on next race in E, round 2. And coming up our next race on E, round number, our next race in number 1, it's going to be for Smash Debating Truck. We'll be taking our left act for Mix 29 double hex race. Here you go. It's gonna be first smasher first debating truck to win. We're able to move on next race in round 2. And next up, our next race number 1 is gonna be Dodge Hustle T turning tunes by E of E Hall's Road Truck with 10 the weapons of Mayhem of this truck for teen screen for the CLC taxi. We'll be taking our Pirates Coast Water as Ornamentals. Here you go. And it goes to Dodge Hustle T Tommy Tooney for a wholesale Mattel. We're able to move on next race in the round 2. And coming up next race on E, round number 1 is going to be Donald Warriors from Mud Blasters for a truck event from the series. We'll be taking our web of Adventure Blue for E. World's Fun's 10 piece key for a house Margin Mattel. Here you go. Or it's gonna be Donald Warriors from Mud Blasters. We're able to move on next race in the round 2. And coming out next race on E round, our next race on E round number 1 is going to be Social Frozen Soft. We'll be taking a web of VW Drive Bus of a Psychedelic. Here you go. And it goes to VW Drive Bus Psychedelic. We'll be able to move on to the next race on E round 2. And here you go, next race on E round number 2. Our next race number 1 is going to be Ice Cream Man with via steel color change. Will be taking away Squad 1 for E host Marshall Mattel. Here you go. And it goes to Squad 1 for E host Marshall Mattel. We're able to move on next race in E round 2. And here you go, next race on E round. Our next race on E round number 2. Our next race on E round number 1 is going to be Whiplash Earth. We'll be taking our web hat trick. Here you go. It goes to Patrick by host Marshall Mattel. We're able to move on next race on E round 2. And here you go, next race on E. Last race number 1 is going to be of a Tropical Donut for a Mix 13. We'll be taking a web SpongeBob SquarePants for a host Marshall Mattel. Here you go. It goes to Tropical Donut for Mix 13. We're able to move on next race on E in the round 2. And here you go, next race in E. You didn't saw my previous video of all, but it was Lucas Stabilizer, Axe, Source of Fortune Surf, and Ice Cream Man, and of Adventure Blue, Whiplash Earth, Pirates Curse Surf, Pirates Curse of a war as Almontos and responsible scorpions has lost. The waves have been eliminated, and now we're going to move on round 2. It's going to be Hook for a host, for a pickup truck will be taking out web of a villain of the SpongeBob of Plankton for a house hotel and one down. And Tosa is going to be trying to go down from X13. We're able to take on web of a high education for a 30 clean country the weapons of a class inclusive cameras truck. We're going to take our first race in round 2. And here you go, Nick. Here we go. First race in round 2. It is gonna be Plankton. By Hall Small Shark Motel, we're able to move on next race on quarterfinals. And coming out next race on round number 2 is gonna be Ford Smash of a Dwayne truck. We'll be taking out web of Alto Logo Mix 40. Here you go. Oh, Alto Logo Mix 40 was still able to hold on from the other events. We're able to move on in the next race in the quarterfinals. Here you go, next race on round number 2 is going to be Megalodon Quiet Skull on the CRC 14 Scream. We'll be taking out web of also T Tony Tooney of a House Marshall Patel for weapons of Chris Cole's Mayhem truck. But CRC Sassy, this is the battle on the weapons of Team Scream. Here you go. And it goes to Dodge T Tony Tuning for a host Marshall Patel. We're able to move on next race on round 2 in the quarterfinals. And here you go, next race on round number 2 is going to be of Thunderwars Mob Blasters. We'll be taking out web Great Digger Fire as Almontos. Here you go. And it goes to Great Digger Fire as Almontos. We're able to move on in the next race on quarterfinals. And coming up next in round number 2 is going to be Jurassic Tag for Monster Machines for Team Draw Monster. We'll be taking out with Run W Drag Bus for a Psycho Day for a House Monster Motel. Here you go. It goes to VW Drag Bus Psycho Day with block. Another block for the victory, able to move on in the next race of the quarterfinals. And coming up our next race on round number 2 is going to be Squidward for a Horse Small Trick Motel. We'll be taking out with Zombie Surf. Here you go. And it goes to Squidward for a Horse Small Trick Motel. We're able to move on next race in the quarterfinals. And here it comes our first to last race in the round number 2 is going to be Vendetta Monster Machine for last hole for Team John Monster. Will be taking out with Patrick for a Hollow Small Shark Motel. Here you go. It goes to Patrick for a Hollow Small Shark Motel. We're able to move on in the next race on quarterfinals. And coming up our next race on our next race in the summer. And round number 2 is going to be Tropical Dawn from X13. We're able to take on web highest occasion for the concussion, the weapons of Cousin Cursor from Wilfred Truck of Cam Murphy. Here you go. And it goes to Tropical Dawn from X13. We're able to move on next race on quarterfinals. And coming up our first race in the conference is going to be Plankton for a whole small shark motel. We'll be taking over Altogo from X40 and more down. And towards the end, it's going to be Patrick for a whole small shark motel. We'll be taking over Tropical Dawn from X13. We're going to take our first race on quarterfinals. Here you go, our first race in the quarterfinals. Oh, it's going to be Plankton for a whole small shark motel. We're able to move on in the semifinals. And coming out next race on quarterfinals is going to be Toss of the Team for a tiny 25 whole small shark motel. The weapons of Chris Cole Mayhem straight for CRC Sassy 15 Scream. We'll be taking out web of Great Digger Fire as our mottos. Here you go. Oh, it's close finish. Let's see a straight view. Oh, it's gonna be Josh Salsa T4E Howard's Monster Motel by Will front tile. were able to move on in the next race on E in the semifinals. And this is a battle of a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel battle. It is going to be Victory Jumper Psychedelic will be taking on with Squidward. Here we go. It's going to be Squidward for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We're able to move on in the next race in the semifinals. And coming out of our last race in the conference is going to be Patrick for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We'll be taking out with of Tropical Donut for a mixed 13. Here you go. And it's gonna be Patrick for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We're able to move on in semifinals. And here you go, guys. We have all the SpongeBob characters and one of a Hollow Smash Truck. There's a Hollow Smash Truck of these four of this semifinals, but Swim Master and Monster Machines all been taken out. And now we got one Hollow Smash Truck of reference of Team Screen 1 level. Hopes for a Team Screen for a CLC to reference of a Crisco's Mayhem Truck and was Nassau Drivers. And representing from this travel, it is the villain of the SpongeBob and the one nemesis of Mr. Krabs. It is of the main driver of Chance F, first debuting in the first will be in the first semifinals in Plating Fighting Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. And representing from Crisco Mayhem's truck for a last host for Team Screen for a CLC. For this truck, it is of this competitive travel of Toucan Plays in .0T for a Tiny Tweet for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. And representing from the Boeing of the clarinet of this tentacle, it is of he works for the Krusty Krab of the Western Store. It is of your Oscars champion of Mario Kart Racing in Squidward for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. And represent the dumbest of the sea star of this fish of SpongeBob's friend. It is of your Oscars champion, Double you want 10 champion is Monster Fan number 1 in Patrick for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We're going to take our first race in the semifinals. And here our first race in the semifinals is going to be Plated by a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We'll be taking out with of a .0T for a Tiny 20 by a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. The reference of Mayhem, Crisco Mayhem on the team screen for last hope for CLC chassis. One down. And towards the end, it's going to be Squidward for a Hollow Smash Mattel will be going against a Patrick for a Hollow Smash Mattel. We're going to take our first race on semifinals. And here you go. First race semifinal. Let's see find out. Oh, it's going to be close by the end. Oh, it's going to be of a .0T for a Tiny 25 Hollow Smash Mattel. We're able to move on a final round. And here you go, our last race of semifinals. Who's gonna join of the last hope for Team Screen for CC of a chassis for Crisco, the reference Crisco Mayhem of the truck of Toucan Plays in .0T for Tiny 25 Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. It's gonna be of this crown man of the mystical of the tentacle. It is your Oscars champion of Mario Kart Racing in Squidward for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. Will be taking out, or is it going to be of your Oscars champion Double Down? You want 10 champion able to catch up in the lead? It is Monster Fan number 1 in Patrick for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. And who will join in the final round? It is going to be none then. It's Squidward for a Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We're able to move on a final round. And here you go, guys. And representing of the Team Screen for a CLC, the reference of Crisco Mayhem's truck. It is of the one and only hope for Team Screen. It is of Toucan Plays in .0T for a 2024 Hollow Smash Truck Mattel. We'll be taking a web of the clarinet of this tentacle. It is of this show, you're also champion of Monster Collector Racing in Square Fighting host Monster Mattel. We're going to take our first race on the official race in the final round. And your winner of the Monster Side Series 2.0 Series 7 on episode 131 Summer Edition winner is... I'm off. It is it goes to, and congratulations to the reference of Critical Mayhem's to the West final home to able to make the win of Toucan Plays in Dust Soldier Team 2025 host Marshall Mattel. Congratulations, my man. This is your ever first returning champion of this time series. I am apologizing to you're also champion of Monster Collector Racing in Square Fighting host Mattel. You were so close, my man. Hopefully in future episodes, until next episode, you'll get a chance to win. For last season, better luck next time. Wow, one last time to get a full of 2K plays in of T1E host Marshall Mattel for the reference of Critical Mayhem for T-Screen to able to win, but don't go anywhere of Margin Firestorm of your current has still your 2-10 champion events things in the points lead of this season. Who would take his place from him from this lead for his points lead? We have no clue by till next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. This is Aaron doing Zero Mon Jam signing out.